How about now? Now it's working. Perfect. Everything's coming up, Millhouse. Hey, and thank you to Serpentwine, who subscribed just before I went live, knowing I would be live in a matter of seconds. That was our first. John Marcus, on the other hand, that was his 22nd. Whoa. Oh, and thank you, John Marcus. You have made my day. Oh, except we got the thing started. The hype train's going. Now there's so much pressure. I'll tell you what, don't worry about the hype train. People can give money if you want to, but I'll make sure you guys get at least one round. That's so touchy now. I wish there's got to be some settings for that somewhere. The phrase, because Elgarion is phoning it in. Actually, Elgarion's working on tons of stuff, and we actually talked about it. We decided just to leave it the same. But the phrase is going to be "Let it snow today." Hey, and thank you very much, Sean Paxler and Blaze Garsink and Soda Tioral, and again, John Marcus. Thank you. And again, Real Black Axe. Man, level 1 is easy. But "let it snow" is the phrase again. We'll come up with a new one next week. Let's see, I'm going over this stuff. I think we also have the same prizes, which is good. Well, good for me because I don't have to update anything right now. Which is we're going to do prizes of a Yule card, 5-pack, winter pattern glass floor lamp, 3-pack ornate sled, ornate replenishing snowball box, icy stone cathedral. All you got to do to get in is say "let it snow" in chat, in game, or buy something from the store. Your option. Gleppo, you will never win. Never. Let me see if the thing is working. Anybody ask a question yet? Hey, okay, that's working too. Like I said, everything's coming up Millhouse. Do. Now we get to play marbles. At some point I'll get that done. You guys usually keep me too busy to even do that stuff. I watch Jack and Laz occasionally. I'm always jealous of the marble stuff they have going on. But I'm actually here with fresh content for you guys. Not really fresh content, but I mean I can answer the questions that they can't answer. They could probably make up answers that would be funnier than mine, but... Thank you, Sean Paxler. Thanks you, Aobneil. I wonder if... Mitch, are you out there? Did you get your thing? We'll see. I mailed some stuff off, and it seemed to be taking a odd route to get there. Key Mansafor. Now... Key Man of Sor. Yeah, I don't think you've ever won. Gleppo, I'm pretty sure, has won. I say his name a lot. That may just be because he's generous. Oh, speaking of generous, thank you. Dursa Bodhi. Perfect. All right, you guys can get some questions going. Also, if you guys have any, I will gladly take some bug. If you have some small bugs that came up, I was just on for a few minutes the other day, and people came up threw a few bugs at me. If you want to throw a few bugs in as questions, I'll see if I can fix them here. At least tell you why they are tough to fix. I'm full of excuses. Minute 32. Are you gonna get there? Are you gonna get there? All right. I'm going to start jumping into some questions here. First off, thank you, everybody, for joining me tonight. Looks like we're up to about 75 viewers or so on the thing. And did not do a stream last week due to it being on New Year's Day. I'm sure you all joined me for the amazing, I say amazing, Twitch stream I did with Maxine, my 6-year-old, where we did some Christmas caroling. Let's see how that's doing these days. I was going to go see how many views. I kind of did that sort of as a joke. I didn't advertise it much. I did it on an off time that I don't normally do it on a Thursday without advertising. It was Christmas Eve. I didn't expect much, and of course I advertised I would be singing a lot, which I thought would scare most of you off. But then it was only 80 or 90 people. Since then, that's gone on to be the most watched stream we've had. Let me see how it's doing here. Oh yeah, it's over 4,000 views now. But yeah, that's actually been the most watched stream we've had in months. All right, I'm going to give you 2 levels, 2 extra rounds of prizes today just because that got started early, and I know if there'd been more people here, you would have hit 2 rounds. But I can go ahead and get started here. Greetings. And welcome to the Friday stream of Shroud of the Avatar. I will be off my game, 1, because I'm tired, and 2, because I didn't do a stream last week, and 3, because my brain's a little fried today from working. Trying to see. Somebody saying hair and clothing messed up. I was trying to see if they were talking about me. My hair is perfect. I know, because I just combed it for the first time in a couple days. Let's see. I'll see questions pouring in there. But let's see. We got a few. I did a few patches. I didn't get the one patch I wanted out. I'm still just on in the evening. I do a build locally to try out some new stuff to get a VR build out to you guys. I've not forgotten about that. That is coming. That is just going to be, again, the simplest thing. Basically, not even VR. Not pretending to be VR. The phrase is, let it snow. Say it in game. We did not change it from last time because we are lazy. We will change it next time. But anyways, just messing around with the VR stuff. That's really not going to be VR. It's just going to be heads-up display so you can see in stereo, the game in stereo. And it, of course, will track around with your head. So that'll be in there. Hopefully I'll have that in soon. I'm specifically trying to not waste any significant amount of time on it. Just because there's a lot of other stuff that needs to be done. But we got a release in 3 weeks from now. So longer release, but we had a lot of people out of town here. And as I was trying to shock people into getting back to work today, because we're all kind of in the holiday hangover, as I call it. And then we also had some events this week that distracted everybody on the team. And then also in Austin, we are setting all sorts of records. One, we got the new COVID record, the highest our COVID's been. We had 1,000 people test positive in a day. That's one thing, but the one that is affecting everybody is we set the record, all-time high, highest in history, never been beat. No one's ever had higher for cedar pollen count. It's crazy. You go out on your car looks like it has snow on it, kind of yellowish tint snow because there's so much cedar pollen in the air. But it was our number was over 30. I think it was 34,000. But yeah, it's crazy, crazy high. I've seen a bunch of different people out there on my Facebook feed saying they're not sure if they have COVID or if they just have cedar fever. I hope they all have cedar fever. If so, they're with me. So, but let's see. Let me find a little better backdrop here. Oh, I guess one thing I added in is I'm going to be adding in at the request of players. I'm going to add some pot items you'll be able to add so you can let it snow. Hey, Lancel, nice to see you. Good seeing you, and slightly late Merry Christmas and Happy New Year. And if Vegas BLT is out there, Happy New Year to you too. I think I missed a text from you, but I'll get back to you. Oh, but I'll be adding in a thing. I know some pot owners really like the snow, especially now that I got some of the performance issues fixed with it, and I got it snowing in your house less. Oh, and Lancel, no worries. I totally understand. We talk all the time. I know all your exciting life things going on. No worries. And hope the pollen is better where you are than it is here. But anyways, But I'm going to be adding in some pot decorations that the governor will be able to place that will let you set the weather, so you can set it to snow, or you can set it to... It's actually, I've got to do it in two chunks. There's one because we have... our weather is set up in sets of weather. So there's like a normal weather. This is like normal biome weather. And then there's an Arctic weather. And if you're in an Arctic weather biome, then it uses the snow. But I'll be adding one so it'll let you set the weather, change your biome to an Arctic, and then I'll probably add another one that'll let you set it out if you want to like always be snowing or always be whatever. But anyways, basically, yes, it'll be a pot weather vane. I'm not sure what it's going to look like. I'm going to leave that up to probably Damon and Travis. I'm sure they'll have great ideas. I was thinking we might actually do for like the snow thing, do like a big snow globe. So you can put down like a big snow globe, like, you know, the size of a person. Maybe not the size of like that elf house, but, you know, something big, like beach ball big at least. So you can make it always snow in your town if you want to. The performance thing I went in, I think it's working well. For those who don't know what that is here in your performance stuff here. Down here you can see disable weather and low performance. And if you want to know what that is, we already have some performance stuff in there. We've had to turn a lot of it off. But that looks at this crunch number here. If that crunch number, and I've had a bunch of people ask me what that crunch number means. There's some things in the game that do some auto performance stuff, and it looks at that number. But if that starts dropping, if that gets down to gets up to 0.5, then it will toggle off the weather, and the snow will slowly start fading out. And if your performance comes back up, it'll auto start snowing again. So it'll do the same thing with rain or storm or any of that stuff too. So if you do have performance problems, leave that on, and your crunch will start getting up to the 0.5 range if you start dropping below about 30 frames a second. I consider 30 frames a second tolerable. Let's see, I bet I can go to Crystal Cove. I bet I can get some performance there. Get some crunching going on there. We'll go try that out. The fog weather effect. Yeah, the fog weather effect. We've got a bunch of different sets. Yeah, I know that'd be cool to have a fog weather effect that you could turn on for your town, so it's just always there, especially if you're like a bay town or something like that. But hold on, let me look at something right now. Oh my goodness. I just saw your message there, Lancel. That's I'm glad that's going okay. But yeah, that's not a good time. But anyways, we'll get to see. Let me turn on the weather here before that goes off. Set weather override. So the snow, in case you're wondering just what stuff has been done for it, the performance on it was pretty bad. Now it's less of a performance hit. I just demonstrate disable weather. Looks like it disabled itself. May have just stopped the weather itself. But anyways, it should no longer snow through the roof fully. It'll still come through the sides, but don't worry about that. Please tell me I don't have it reverse. Let's see if the weather stops. It's going to stop. It's probably reversed. Yep. There it goes. All right, well, I'll fix that. Crunch is at 1. Yeah, if it's between 0.5 and 1, it's supposed to be on there. So I guess that's one I can go fix. So yeah. It's working as designed, but the thing is it's working as designed. The button is inverted, though. The button's supposed to be doing the exact opposite. All right, let me jump into some questions here. But anyways, talking about what's coming up next, the Well of Alder stuff should be getting the last of its polish. It's actually on QA now, I believe. We've had some playthroughs. There's still some work to be done on it. Travis has been working a lot on the creature, the head creature, to make him look cool. We just had a talk today about what the stuff is I'm going to be doing for him to make the boss fight interesting. I'm also going to be finally getting the other boss fight in. So hopefully this next release, there will be, in 3 weeks, there will be both a new scene, a new boss fight in Well of Alder and the new scene, some new mechanics for that as well, and then also going to be, and then also there's going to be a whole new boss fight type mechanic that'll be in another scene. So let's see what other stuff's going to be going in. A lot of bug fixes will be going in for that. Trying to think. I got some in right now that's going to be going in there. I know there's some items that drop in the breach that have stat problems when you get them up to epic or legendary. Those will be fixed and patched tomorrow morning. There's a problem right now with health potions, which I guess some people just figured out that they have no cooldown, so you can basically use them as 0 cooldown if you put them in your combat bar. Probably shouldn't tell you that, but it'll run the world out of health potions real quick. That'll be fixed tomorrow morning, so use up those potions while you can. And let's see what else. Those are 2 things that were just fixed, but there's dozens of other bug fixes coming. Here's CC dancing. All right, let's see. There we go. How about now? It's a nice little nerdy look you got going on there. All right, well, I'm going to get to some questions here. Again, if you have any bugs that you think are trivial bugs, feel free to throw them in a question. I may not get to them, but who knows? Maybe I will. I kick off a prizing, and then I will get over to Q&A stuff. Again, I am tired, and I am going to be seeming a little more less focused than normal. I'm well aware of it, though. Oh. All right, hold on. Let me get my questions up. All right, looks like we got a few in there. Raven Swiftboat, any ETA on when the white goose will be fixed? Let me go look and see, because the other thing we can do is there's a lot of bugs that we have sitting in a queue that just they haven't been assigned to me, so I haven't taken a pass at them. So let me go see if that's in a queue on somebody else, and I will assign it to me and try to get it fixed. Because maybe you were the same person who were telling me in game, but I know that one's been lingering for a while. Actually, that is fixed as of... Goose pet floats up, disappears, reappear, act weirdly when placed directly onto a lot. This was marked fix on November 14th, but if that were true, it would be live now, and I'm guessing you're saying it is not fixed. Not fixed, all right. So this was marked fixed, again, it should have been fixed for this one. Let me reopen and assign to me. Looks like that was fixed, one and only fixed that on the 14th. Although, you know what, I think this is one of those problems where, reading his comment on his check-in, he says, set goose material to port standard shader, default dissolve, state to dissolved, also updated links. So I think he fixed part of the problem on this, because the bug is floats up, disappears, reappears, acts weirdly. I think the floats up is a different thing than the disappears, reappear. I think he fixed the disappears, reappear. All right, well, that's on me now. I will try and get that fixed. Let me get to the next one there, and also let me see if there's anything going on prize-wise. Hey, there we go. All right, first round of prizes, and we're gonna do 4 rounds of prizes today because I'm generous, and you almost made that second tier, that second round. First thing, Yule card 2018 5-pack goes to Ariana Garsink. Winter pattern glass floor lamp 3-pack goes to Buer. Ornate sled. This guy always wins. I don't know what's wrong with the other guys. Blaze Garsink gets the ornate sled. Ornate replenishing snowball box 2015 goes to Dorkish. Icy ancient stone cathedral goes to Fonage. Pretty sure I got that right. All right, more questions. Bridge Troll. Working training dummies in 2021? Let me see who that's on. That's one of those that comes up occasionally. I say I'm going to work on it, but I don't think I've ever had it assigned to me. Maybe I have. Let's see, here's one. Apparently you can pickpocket a training dummy. Nope, it's on me. Ah, you know what? It's set to the wrong release. Let me get it updated to the latest release. That's how I've missed it. Yeah, that one's been around for a while. That one is also one of those that's kind of mysterious. It should work. It's set up like other stuff that does work when it's on a lot. So I'll go take a look at it. It may actually just require that we tear it down completely and rebuild it. It's on me now and it's set to the correct release, so I'll try and get to that. That's not one I'm going to be able to do on the stream. I know that one is not a trivial one. Buzz Key. Will you give us a heads up on when 2x XP is going to be taken away? Well, this started, for those who don't know, this started last year around March when the pandemic stuff started and basically was telling everybody to stay home. And I said I would drop it when the pandemic calmed down. That was in March. You know, all of us being a little naive and not believing that it could go on for, for as long as it has. But right now I'm actually in the middle of working on probably 3 releases in a row of doing a lot of balancing work, trying to get experience back to where it should be. Doing it, and I say 3 releases in a row because I'm going to try to move it in the right direction in every scene that I can that feels it's out of whack, whether low or high. To try and get it towards the right direction. Once that's all done, then maybe we can talk about removing it. Again, my goal has been to try and get it so scenes feel worth going to. Right now, there's only a couple of scenes people really feel like is worth going to if you're actually trying to adventure. And try and get it so every scene feels like you can go to it, enjoy it, without feeling like you're being punished because you're not getting as good of rewards in the other scene. Trying to get them all very fairly balanced. And that's obviously not equal, but equal risk and work for equal reward is kind of the goal. Let's see. Scooby-Doo, can you look into the res bug? When 2 people res someone, that person is stuck and needs to relog. Oh, that sounds agonizing. It's agonizing for you too. That one sounds agonizing for me because that is to reproduce it, I'm going to need 3 accounts logged in doing stuff. So, Hondas, you tried to reproduce it. It's hard. It may be one. I'll go and put in some safeguards on it. Let me see if there's a bug for that. If there is, I'll put it on me too. I don't see one. Let me create a bug for that. There may be one that somebody, maybe Hondas or somebody knows, or 2 people res at the same time. Locks up third. And I actually have seen this once, which is kind of embarrassing for me to see, but it's one I've only seen it like maybe once, but I've heard about it happening a number of times. Scooby-Doo says they'll want something. Yes. All you want for... Scooby, I'm going to get that for you. I will go add in some code on it to check on it. I'm trying to figure out what it could do to move you. It's got to be some, like getting into some null state or something like that. Not checking to see if you're live. Can you give me any information on how it behaves? It says the person is stuck and needs to relog. What does stuck mean? Does that mean they're stuck in a dead state? Does that mean they're stuck and they just can't move? See oop above. 67692. On it. Thank you very much, oop. Thank you very much, Tazar. That is in the QA pool, not assigned to anyone. I will assign that to me. I will add a note saying Scooby says must fix. But yeah, that's got to be a, I mean, my guess is, and you can probably guess what it is too, is we've got a bunch of character states in there, one of which is you're in dead state. There's probably an alive state. There's probably some other states, but it's probably something shifting, changing up your state, doing something, but it's not checking to make sure. Like maybe it checks at cast time to see, can I cast this on him? Is he dead? But if you have 2 people casting, they both start, he's dead, he passes, but it's probably not doing a check on the back end to do some state swapping. And then it's obviously sending some, a state change across the network, server to you, and then somehow in there that's getting messed up. So to me that sounds like it may just need a, don't just check when you cast it, check when it finishes, otherwise you will get into a problem. And thank you guys for the help on that. Let's see. Get back over there. I will try, Scooby. I didn't know that was that big of a problem. Baragon, I'm going to try to fix the 2 bard skills. Baragon was asking about the 2 bard skills that are positionally fixed. This is one that I've had a lot of people tell me it's working how it should, don't touch it, and then I have other people who tell me no, it shouldn't. I always intended all bard skills to travel with you, but the effect should last longer than what it is right now. I think right now at like every 2 second it gives you a 3 second buff or something like that. So if you get away from someone for more than a few seconds, the bard gets away from you for more than a few seconds and it drops quickly. My plan is to change it so it does move with you, but that when you get the buff, it lasts for more like 10 seconds. So if he leaves you, it's not going to like immediately drop after that. Baragon, any word remove the negatives from the shroud? Oh, I thought I removed some. Did I not remove? Let me remove the negatives from the shroud. I think that's good. I may just be taking this question list here as a work list for me. These are some good ones. That one's an easy one. And again, that's at one point I wasn't wanting to do that, but the idea was to make it so the shroud was, it had positives and it had negatives, so it came out exactly even, because if we didn't do that, it became the thing you had to wear. Well, guess what? People wore it always anyways until we added other stuff that had bonuses to it. Now it's basically a 0, whereas there's a lot of other options that are not a 0. So yes, shroud. Let me go check. Maybe one I can do right here, right now. Oh god, what's that thing? What's the shroud actually called? Crest reward shroud. Here we go. I think I found it. Got it. Shroud of the Avatar. Let's see. You know what? So this one's tough. Now that I look at it, remember what I was thinking. It's tough because I'm going to have to go rework things on it. Yeah, I need to do. I think I've done this exact same thing before. Said, oh, that's easy. Let me go change that. But I can't because like every one of them can be positive or negative, and I can't just give you positive on all of them. I've got to come up with a way to make it work. I think this is going to be one where I'm going to have to go override. What would you think if I took the, instead of what it is now, right now it looks at your courage, your love, your truth, and then gives you bonuses and negatives for each one of those. What would you think if, and again, we'll get into the situation of if I go change this to make it behave differently, half the server's going to get mad at me because they already got it and they loved how it worked, whether they really did or not. The other half will love me for doing it. So maybe one just has to either stay or I have to make it so you can convert it into the alternate one. Because really what I'd rather have it do is give you a set of bonuses, but have it give you bonuses based on like your highest. Is your courage the highest? Is your love the highest? Is your truth the highest? And then based on those, you get a set of bonuses. You know, you only get one of them. But that would need a little bit of work to make that happen. So let me pass on that for now, at least. Bubbles 4, has the new Lord of the Isle fishing expedition been delivered to the existing Lodi pledges? No, it has not. That is going to be going out. Right now, Ravalox is the guy who wanted to work on that and has been working on that, and I'm not sure what the state of it was. I've been to it before. I can probably go to it right now and show you what it looks like. But I don't know what happened or what he's stuck on, so we need to make sure. I will just keep this list. I just trimmed this list up and I'm cleaning it up to make it a checklist I go over on Monday. But we're having a meeting on, someone says it's awesome. But anyways, no, it has not been delivered to you guys. It is, as far as I know, done. I just don't know what the holdup is on him delivering it. Azazel Reborn. The new targeting system is worse than the old one. It now randomly targets a mob without the user targeting, and also removes the fixed target to a random target, especially dead mobs. Why did you implement it this way? So that was a change before you had to double click, and we actually had a big long top. Tular Fairlow, I hate the new targeting system. All right, well, you know what? Then I'm going to go toggle it back, put the old one back to the way it was, make the single click. I mean, all that was changed, for those who don't know, is we did have it so you had to double click on targets to get them, and we had, I think probably in chat here, we had a lot of players say this is annoying. Several people on the team who play actually said it was super annoying to have the double click, and it's hard to click, and it's not like any other game. To have to double click, you should just have to single click. But yeah. There was a choice. There was not a choice. I'm going to go add a choice is what I'm saying. Because according to at least some people, it is better. Tab targeting works. Foo Bunny. Just don't take away tab targeting. Never. And yeah, and see, that's what we knew is when a player comes in, if they're used to most other games, they come in and they like the new targeting. Existing players, though, we changed it, and I think now it feels too sensitive, and they're accidentally targeting things. But yeah, so that sounds like we need to go back and do exactly what I said we'd probably have to do, which is make it an option, make the default what we believe new players will want. So I guess that'll get on my list for this next release. That was actually a pretty small change, so I think we can probably... I don't think that'll take me a significant amount of time to get that in. I think I can do that again for this next release. So look for it. If it's not in a patch, it'll be in for this next release. Contra, was it deliberate choice to make gold generation from grinding not scale much? It seems so difficult to extract money from the game, non-reliant on other players. And that is one of the things I'm looking at right now in terms of balancing stuff. Because what I've kind of seen is there's some players who know how to make the money, and then there's the rest of you guys who just don't know how to make much money at all. Sorry, improving my lighting on my face. Because I'm that vain. But yeah, so there's some scenes. It's really a problem if there's some scenes that are just crazy money rewards, and those need to be turned down some, and then some of the lesser ones need to be turned up. But yes, compared to mini games, they really do have like the gold, how much gold you can earn in game scales either linearly with your level or exponentially with your level. If you're 20 levels higher, you can make twice as much money or whatever. Our game, on the other hand, is very small curve, but really what it is it's kind of if you know where to go, and to find the money is really the bigger problem. So some of those have already been called out. I know I get yelled at anytime I mention it, but the player dungeon troll room, getting that up, that one is right now multiple times more than other people. And it's basically, if you have that, you have money, and if you don't, then you don't. So it's going to get some work done on that. Again, we're setting up a list of things that we're going to be nudging in the right direction over multiple releases. That's one of the things that's going to get nudged in the right direction over multiple releases. But in terms of other gold stuff, yeah, there needs to be more upper, level 70 is a level 70 player ways to make money. Yeah, and again, this is, those guys being able to make, if there's some players can make, and just so players understand the game mechanics side of things, it's just like any economy. If some players can make, right now, the very top player I've seen, and I'm looking at it right now, I have a chart up here on the player who can make the most in a 24-hour period. That's around, maybe some people can make 200K an hour. That's probably on the high end. About 880K, I think, was the high over the week. 880,000 gold in a 24-hour period is kind of the peak I saw over the last week. And I watch all this stuff constantly, both for balance and exploit reasons. But that is, it's very much... Yes, Shadow of Ice, that's right. But that is one player playing a lot, and I'm sure in ways that are not very fun. But that's the other thing we're trying to make sure we're looking at is if there's those places that are really big like that, just basic economics, if that guy can make 880,000 in the game, then everybody, it causes the inflation in the game that you know about. And then the players who are playing normal, trying to play to have fun rather than just to earn money, whether to, sell for real money or whatever, it makes your life harder. And so that's why we really have to be careful about hammering those things down. Because the other thing we have to look at is, again, you start looking at these things as an economy. You look at it as if you can sell, I'm not even sure what the rates are. Yeah, 880K in 24 hours for mobs is a lot. And this is obviously a person who's trying. Right now, the highest in the last 24 hours is that same guy making with 660,000. The next player after him, though, is 348,000. So in the top 5, the number 5 player in the last 24 hours has made 172,000 gold. Just to give you an idea of ballpark. Mike Soda, yes. So that's what some of the changes are going to be, is that guys who are making a lot of money is they're really farming items, artifacts, potions, stuff like that. Again, largely Troll Room is one of the best places to do it, but taking those and then selling them to merchants. And so the fix for it is going to be, don't nuke those items, reduce the drops, but just reduce the amount that a merchant will pay for you. But it's also going to be to make some of those rooms more challenging. Yeah, so anyways, getting those numbers down. And again, like I said, there's just a few places that are really bad and they're going to be nudged in the right direction. I'm sure there's going to be a few screams of people. But again, right now, just to give you a ballpark since I have it up on my screen. Screen is the number 5 guy in the game right now in the last 24 hours has made 172,000 gold. And yes, and the idea is that we just don't want the merchants paying as much, because that's really what we look at, is we have to look at the amount of gold something adds to the economy. Let's see, and I just realized I am behind on prizoning, so let me kick out another prizoning here. Get back over and do a few more questions. Good questions today, by the way, guys. Shadow Vice says organization of recipes. Wizard Smoke is having that. I've given Wizard Smoke, basically we're going to spend a couple months. We're still going to be putting out some new content. Probably what we're going to be doing in terms of changing stuff, which I'll talk about in my Shroud of the Avatar vision going forward for how things will be, is we're going to be, there's going to continue to be the map work. New scenes, new challenges, new high-end stuff for players, just because I feel like we actually have got some stuff that's getting up there, and I think we're getting in the ballpark for the right stuff. With some of the scenes like Spindleskog and Spindleskog that you haven't seen, and the Breach, and Well of Alder. But Wizard Smoke and One and Only and Undone and like Tech Side, we're going to be trying to fix up and polish stuff. We'll probably be improving some of those things. Some of the things like books and recipes and stuff. Let's see. As Modi Mool, I may have missed this somewhere, but will I ever be able to truly sail my boat from town to town without having to use magic movers and RP? The plan is to have that. The thing that we've already said, though, is you'll basically have to make your boat ready for moving, which basically will hide all the decos on it. It'll turn it from a decorated player boat into a boat that you can sail, and having it sail that way. But it'll basically be a move to the edge of the map type thing to move to another place. But that has been on the list, and we've talked through the challenges with that. There's not a ton of challenges as long as we make those concessions of, again, you have to make your boat ready, which will basically just hide all your decorations for obvious performance reasons. But that is the plan. That's supposed to happen in episode 2. We'll see when that gets on the list. That's been on the list for a while now, but it's some things I've actually been pretty clear about saying that's not going to happen. That's one that I think probably will happen. It's just a matter of time. Key Mans of Soar. How many times do we have to type the winning phrase? Does it matter if we type it more than once? Type it as many times as you want to. It only counts once, though. Let's see. Speaking of which, speaking of the prizoning, I clicked the button and it did not happen. Great. Fabulous. Absolutely fabulous. Hold on. That means that it did that thing again. Yep. Here it is. Okay, hold on. I'm going to shake my fist at Undone and his Python. Okay, let's see. Preparing it right now. Give me a second. We have a thing that sometimes it'll pick up a bad character. It still does not handle it right, even though it's been fixed. Multiple times, just like the Flying Goose has been fixed. But anyways, here we go. You guys ready? Yule Card 2018 5-pack goes to Red Hammers 5. Hold on one second. Winter Pattern Glass Floor Lamp goes to Cormy. Ornate Sled goes to Dogface Menace. Ornate Replenishing Snowball Box goes to Razdunk. And Icy Stone Cathedral goes to Artemia. Then I'm going to go ahead and kick off another one since we may have that same bug come up again. All right, let me get back to some questions here. Good questions today, guys. Treasure Pile asks a very important question. When is Maxine's next scheduled appearance? For those who don't know, Maxine is my 6-year-old, my amazing 6-year-old, who will occasionally join me on stream, sometime invited, sometimes not invited. But I don't know. We'll probably do. She enjoys being on the stream. She enjoys getting on and singing and playing around and saying hi. She enjoys seeing herself on camera as any little kid would. So we'll see. But she is. For those who saw the last stream I did, the Christmas caroling, there is no doubt I'm a bad singer. There is no doubt that she has a pretty voice. Maybe needs to work on some of her singing practice stuff just because she doesn't know the song so much, but I don't think anyone left that stream with any doubt that she loves me. And that's what really matters. So, let's see. Pop Lancermanes. Why do the Factor 2 enchant skills progress as if they are Factor 8 or 10 while trying to level those skills? Great question. That is actually a big spreadsheet that we have. Let me go see if I have it open right now. Can you give me, you say Factor 2 enchant. Let's see. Yeah, they do say they're 200. For those who don't know, we have a system, a use-based system, and you advance things by using them. And there's a couple of different, there's actually 2 different values. Oh, I'm trying to remember, is it 2 or 3? I think there's 2 different values. So there's one that says, how much experience does this thing take to advance? So that is like if base of 1 is like aim shot is like base 1 or whatever. Really basic combat skills of base 1. Then you'll have other things like some stats, which may take 10 times that. So like maybe raising your strength takes 10 times as much or something. Or raising your specialization. This is when it says 2x, and it took me a second to realize it, but that's it's 2 times, takes 2 times as much. So there's also another one that is how much each time you use it does how much experience gets applied, because there's kind of 2 things there. One is how much it's going to pull out of your pool, because it may take 1 million to get this skill to level 80. If it's a 2x, it may take 2 million to get to level 80. But there's another number in there, which is what he's talking about, and I have it up on my screen right now, and I can see that he's actually right, which is how much experience gets applied each time you use it. So that's the other part of it. So it is a 2x skill, but it's only applying at 1x apply rate, and it should be applying at 4x apply rate to make it equal to the other one. So Pop, you win because I'm fixing this one right now on the stream for you. And it looks like alchemy enchantment proficiency does. Alchemy enchantment weapon proficiency was set wrong. Alchemy enchantment armor proficiency was set wrong. Those are now fixed. Bam. Oh, come on, Coswald. You've got so many resources. I know how much you can, how quickly you kill things. But anyways, that's now fixed. Pop Lancer main, and you are correct. It was set to 100. All the other ones of the same type were set to 400, so it applies 400% more experience for you. So that'll be that'll go 4 times faster now. You have to create 4 times more things, or 4 times fewer things to make it get up. And I'm behind. This is number 3. Oh, it actually worked. Let me read this one, then I'll do one last one at 5. One last giveaway at 5, and then so I'll do this one, this prizening, answer a few more questions, do one more prizening, and then sing you guys out. Because you didn't get enough of my singing during my caroling stream. Let's see. Here we go. For this one, Yule Card 2018 5-pack goes to John Marcus. Winter Pattern Glass Floor Lamp goes to, our 3-pack goes to Short Fat Man. Ornate Sled goes to Stone Hand. Long live the Syndicate. Let's see. Ornate Replenishing Snowball Box 2015 goes to Venusada. And Icy Ancient Stone Cathedral goes to Hellier de Roque. And also those guys who said they never win, like Gleppo and whoever else. Why is it snowing in my house? Merrick, it's not going to snow in your house. That's impossible. That should be fixed. So let me point out, the bug was fixed with it snowing in houses. There's still going to be some houses that have really high roofs in places that just don't pick up the collision at all well. And then there's some houses that never got the collision on there. If you want to tell me which type it is, then I will go look at it. But it's probably either the really high roof or it's one that's an old house that never got the stuff added to it and we just didn't know to add it. I'm not sure what house you're in, Merrick, but let's see. Let me answer a few more questions. We'll do one more prizing, and then the highlight of the show for many, I know. I will sing you out. And I'm running low on time here, so I'm going to skip ahead and see if there's anything on here. Tulor Fairlow, charging stacking ignite weapon is pointless. All it does is lower the focus cost. How about a duration increase instead? Let me check that one. Yeah, ignite weapons kind of to the point of it can get crazy long. I never intended it to be that long. Let me check it. I am surprised it doesn't do more. Let's see, apply card count. Yep, you're right. Consider that one done. There were a lot of those that there was at some point there was justification, but the durations on them have increased a lot. Now let's see, is that going to increase the fire damage on this? The next thing I got to figure out. It shouldn't. Should be a weapon effect. That should not increase the fire because that's actually in a separate rune. I don't believe that's going to increase the damage. I think it will just increase the duration of the effect. You guys can tell me if I'm wrong. But that one will be going in. Ignite weapon would be better if it increases damage with charging in exchange for reduced duration. That would be more interesting. Yeah, the duration's already way long on it. I just know some people use it as a light source as well. Yeah, I'd like to get some more. That's one of those things right now. It is just a per skill. We can set is it affected by being charged or not? And that's one I've thought about many times because there's times when I'd like to I'd like it to do something a little more different. So it's actually one I'm trying to think what I could do for that. So I could set it up as a combat variable for those who know, who have been here when I've done gone over the combat variable. I think I could set up as a combat variable and make that work. That's not something that is currently exposed as a combat variable, though, I don't think. But it could be. So yeah, so I can look into that. I'm going to just leave it as a duration extension now. But yeah, if we make it a variable that I can then include in combat, I can make it do more interesting stuff, like make it, charging up a fire bolt doesn't increase the ticks, it decreases the tick time so that it burns faster. Let's see. Gaylorn Hammerthrow, can the drop rate of the Amber Heartwood and the Wyvern Haunches be increased, please? That's one I'm leaving for Elgarion. I'll throw that on his channel and see if he's doing it. He's kind of taken over a lot of that stuff. I'll post it over here for him. Let's see. Here's one. Manger says, why most of the mining nodes removed from Tanglemire? Bug or intended? As far as I know, that's a bug, but let me go check to see. I can tell you who touched it last. Maybe they made a comment. There were some bugs that were fixed, and I should be doing little finger quotes around those things, dealing with improperly sized ore nodes that were fixed. That may be that's the only thing I know that's people have touched ore nodes with. Definitely has been no discussion on the team of like, let's go pull out some ore nodes out of some places. So if it happened, it was an unintentional side effect, or there was some other thing that was going on. Wyvern haunches are fine. Don't lower the prices of my food further. Yeah, and that's, of course, we always have the constant, some people want rarity, some people want, want it to be more common, but I don't know what the drop rate is on those things. I'll throw it out there, though. Elgarion's getting good at even figuring out stuff for, how to see how many have dropped in the last 24 hours or whatever, so he's got all those tools down now. Let me go check to see who touched Tanglemire and see if that was one that... Wait for it. See if that's one that had the oversized ore node thing. Alright, the last person to touch Tanglemire was... Let's see. Yes, Sanyo, Deep Ravenswood, Graph Gem Mines, Greymark Forest, Moors of North Shore, Necropolis Barrens, Plains Encounter, Tanglemire, fix oversized ore nodes. So that happened on 12/21. So that would have gone into a patch, that would have been in the last patch of the year. Yeah, so he touched those. You're saying that he may have also removed him. Oh, and thank you very much. Oh, and I didn't thank enough people here. Bridge Troll, thank you very much. Z, thank you very much. Stymiel LTS, Mandalar, thank you. Lancer Main, thank you so much. And so glad you're with us today. Imhaz, thank you for the follow. And Shadow Vice, thank you for the follow. And Savtron Voorhees, thank you for the follow. But yes, it sounds like the oversized ore nodes being fixed probably squished these. And the one iron node left in Tanglemire cannot be harvested. Great. Okay, well that's good. I'll hand that off to Sanyo. All the Tanglemire ore nodes are missing since the fix for oversized nodes. All right. Hey, thank you very much, Creasum Plays, and also thank you very much, Dices. All right, we're going to do one more round of prizing here. Let me go click that button. Click. Bridge Troll. As you've seen in the forums, many people want a lot of different things in 2021. What is the number one thing you hope to have for soda in 2021? That's tough because I'm sure they're wanting like features and stuff like that. My big thing is I want to get it to the point that I don't stress about bugs and the balance on things. To me personally, balance is a huge issue. It's been one of the things we've been talking about a lot in the team chat, and so it's one of the things I'm focusing the first 3 months of this year is going to be largely on balance. And again, it's not necessarily a bug, but when we have serious balance issues between scenes, between play styles, it's stressful for everybody. No one gets to play how they want to play because they feel like they have to play, based on the poor balance of things. So for me personally, for 2021, I want balance. In terms of the other stuff, I think there's some interesting features that are going to be added with some of the... it's kind of all wrapped up together, but again, the vision statement for Shroud going forward is that it's going to be more of a, not a year-specific thing or trying to tie things to a quarter. Just because, again, that ties our hands and we end up working on the wrong stuff sometimes because things change over time. And life changes. Again, when we made the 2020 vision, it's like we were thinking it's going to be, a normal year. Everything would be moving along just fine. And did anybody's 2020 go the way they expected it? I know ours did not. But anyways, one of the big things I'm looking forward to is there's a lot of fairly simple pieces that are going to be going in for some of the theater stuff that I think will be used by players all over the place, because that's, for those who don't know, we've talked about having a theater system. This is one of Richard's dreams in the game, and talked to him about it a lot. But there's a lot of different, rather than having when I actually broke it down into how we could make this happen, rather than having it being a big theater system, which is kind of what had been talked about initially, is like, it's going to be a globe theater and we want it to, it's going to have its own big custom art and it's going to have all this custom. Really what we ended up finding was really what we need is we need a bunch of tools to hand to you guys so you have some more mechanics for things you can do with things. So I think some of the stuff that's going to come with that's going to help. I'm hoping some of the big performance stuff we have coming up is going to be a big deal for people who play. And then also, again, another one of my personal favorite things is Lua, which I have some changes for that I just haven't managed to get in. But I'm hoping to get some of that stuff exposed to you guys in a meaningful way. Let's see. All right. I'll cover some more of that stuff in the vision statement thing that I'll put out here soon. All right. Got the numbers here. Checking to see. Nope. None of you born losers won. You're not living right, guys. I'm sorry. Sorry, Gleppo. Yule Card 2018 5-pack goes to Blackbeard. Winter Pattern Glass Floor Lamp 3-pack goes to Mad Jock. Ornate Sled goes to Ill One. Ornate Replenishing Snowball Box 2015 goes to Lilith Bloodstone. And Icy Ancient Stone Cathedral goes to John Kirk Bayard. Sorry, Keys Manzor. It's really only there's 130 people in here or something like that, so 20 prizes, so 1 in 6. Except that's not even true. It's not the people in the stream that are getting these prizes, it's people in game. There could be hundreds of people in game who are getting the prizes, so. All right, let's see. Oh, I got some things to announce here I got to do, and then I will do the important stuff. Here's the stuff I need to announce. Hold on a second. We have the fishing. Oh, we have stream prizes. I did that. This is my checklist from Elgarion. Upcoming events. Got an event you'd like to share with the community? Looking for an event to attend? Well, check out the upcoming events page. Oh, I'm supposed to be pasting this in here. I'm not supposed to read that to you guys. I'm not very good at this. There you go. Here's the important stuff. Fishing results, week 35. Robert Frost with a king salmon, 2.75 ambiguous units in Jade Valley. He wins a player-owned town row lot deed, a large gold fishing trophy. I think Robert Frost has won a few of those. If you need any of those things, talk to him. He can probably hook you up. Makey Antier with a King Salmon 1.652 ambiguous units in Palladus Shardfall. For the PvP, he gets a 2-chained Obsidian Shard 3-pack and a large silver fishing trophy. And then we have Dugan Redhammer with a Dunkleosaurus 5.6 ambiguous units. In Exeter Cragmines Lava fishing winner. Biggest week yet, 99 participants. So yeah, we just don't hand those guys out. We owe it likely to the spin-off contest that we're running the participating towns of Mysteria and Jade Valley. Yeah, he puts in the time fishing. But congratulations to Robert Frost, Makey Antier, and Dugan Redhammer. And yes, that is right, Chaos Shadowstorm. You can't win if you don't play. I think that's all that stuff. So let me find somebody to raid here. We got anybody got any favorites out there? I haven't even looked to see who's streaming right now. We have a different group here. We have Malaki, we have Party of One, we have Serpent Twine, and we have Stinnel Pipe. Anybody have any favorites there? Obviously, Party of One's a longtime favorite. I don't see Graceful Bard. No Graceful Bard today. But yeah, there's some new ones there. Stinnel Pipe, Serpent. I think we had a raid that went to a stream that probably shouldn't have gone to last time, that people were both screaming about and laughing about at the same time. Raid a new one. Okay, well, I'm going to go to... We got Stinnel Pipe. He says, Opulence, I has it. Or not Stinnel Pipe, Serpent Twine. I haven't seen him there, but he looks like he's in an interesting place. We'll try him. Let me see what his what he looks like here. He's got 81 followers, not bad. Let's see what Stinnel Pipe has here. 24 followers. All right, not bad, not bad. And then we got Malaki. He's got 0. Oh, they're streaming me right now, so. Let's see. Yeah, let's go to the first one there. We'll do Serpent Twine, I think. They're in Crystal Cove right now watching it snow. Oh, I think they're watching me. All right. Well, we'll definitely do them then. You guys are saying Malaki, not Serpent Twine. Let me just roll for it. I'll roll 3 and do the 3 new people. Hold on. A 1. All right. Serpent Twine. After all, it's Mal-a-ki-I. All right, but first I got to do the more important thing here, which is I got to find a song to sing. What do you guys think? I haven't done Queen in a while. I haven't done Makey Like Shaky. Bowie? Bowie's a little tough on trying to think. So I'll do some Ziggy Stardust or something. All right, you guys ready? I'm going to start the raid here and sing you guys out. We will be going to Serpent Twine today. Again, I rolled for it after all that talk of that stuff. I touch myself, money for nothing. Ooh, Dire Straits would be a good one. I already got Bowie up here. We'll have to save it for another stream. Maybe Maxine can help me sing one of the other ones. She's going to be she's a fast enough reader now that when we do we have our Alexa play songs for us. A lot of times shows the lyrics, so she reads the lyrics off there. So she's getting better at lyrics. All right, you guys ready? Here we go. We start the raid. Bam. Ziggy played guitar, jamming good with Weird and Gilly and the spiders from Mars. He played it left hand, but made it too far. Became a special man. Then we were Ziggy's band. Ziggy really sang, screwed up eyes and screwed down hairdo, like some cat from Japan. He could lick 'em by smiling, he could leave 'em in to hang. He came on so loaded, man, well hung and snow white tan. So where were the spiders while the fly tried to break our balls? Just the beer light to guide us. So we bitched about the fans, and should we crush his sweet hands? All right, I'll stop there. Thank you guys for joining me today on the stream. I actually have a few seconds left here, but thank you again. Be super careful out there. We're actually at the highest peak of the pandemic. But stay home if you can. Be careful. Play the game. We'll try to do some interesting stuff to keep you in there and excited. Let's go raid. Bam. And